Well, the narrative is so crazy. I've been looking for my full games at the Peach Jam, the Round Ball Classic, some of the tournaments that we all have gone through throughout high school and things like that. I think Nike own all of these videos. You can't find one video of me playing in any of these tournaments.
Mm.
Well, my career would have been different if I did what all them do. See, there's gatekeepers in the league, and one of them is a guy named WWW. I talked about it. Everybody know Worldwide West. He's in a song. So he approached me, and I said, "Well, what do you do?" He said, "You're gonna need me." And I said, "Well, I'm not gonna need you if you don't tell me what you do." And so all of these guys are up under somebody, and that's why Dr. Boyce Watkins said what he said when I first came out. You notice why we don't have a collective of black men that own or run no business and do nothing, but you see all these people are rich as hell. They 100 million, $50 million contracts, but none of them as a collective go out and do business and help the black community. They can't. They have to push narratives. They have to go vote for Kamala. Meg Thee Stallion needs to be twerking at the presidential race with Kamala. They have to push a narrative. These celebrities of today, they get trinkets to make everybody stupid. And I'm just not the guy that makes everybody stupid.
Well, how were you able to, sustain for so long in that? I mean, you sat around, you heard people say,
I stayed
doing
quiet.
Your job, huh? Just doing your job.
I know they didn't want to hear what I had to say, so I didn't get in trouble. Stayed quiet. They bring Jared Jeffries in. I just kick his ass on the court. They bring another guy in. I kick his ass. Stayed true to the game. I stayed in shape.
Man, Rich always, and myself as well. We as overseas guys, you always feel like you could have got more juice out of the tank, man. We always say, damn, man, we was overseas, but it's like we should have made, should have played in EuroLeague a couple more years, should have been in the NBA for a year. Like, do you still have any of those feelings? That, I think the idea is that, you was some like one that had a year in the NBA for some younger guys, and the narratives that people like Stephen A. Smith has created. But you played 10 years in the NBA, correct?
So some say 12, I say 13 because they still pay
you
after I left.
You see what I'm saying? So you see what I'm saying? So
which is not easy to do.
It's not easy to do. 12 years is crazy.
The problem. I'm sorry, Jay. The problem is everybody has a voice now. You can watch some things, and everybody. The crazy thing, you get behind a keyboard or a mic, is so much confidence that people have, and as we all know, man, it's thousands of guys out there that can hoop. It's thousands of guys that can hoop. You just need your opportunity. But the crazy thing is how people can bash a guy who's really better than everybody in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really look at the whole grand scheme of things, I mean, we all feel it. But
the best basketball player in the world, Stephen A, came up with that. So Stephen A better than all of us. He had 17 threes in one game. I never did that. So
man, this dude.
But no, I never had those regrets, man. I got tired of the puppeteering and them trying to make me say things I don't got nothing to do with. I remember the last straw for me was I was in Philadelphia, and I think Jason Collins was coming back, and they was all excited that he was homosexual. And I was just like, okay, but the guy that he's about to take his job, this guy is averaging 1.1 points, 1.1 rebounds. The guy that has the job that he's about to take his job is averaging a little bit above him. So from the competition of that, what is the point of you bringing them back? But it was a narrative, and they asked me to say something about it. And I was like, well, I don't care. You don't want to hear what I got to say because you're not going to like it because I'm not a part of the narrative. So after that, I'm like, you know what? I can't wait to be a businessman because as a businessman, you can't tell me what to say and do as a private company because these guys are just puppets.
That's real. And real quick, man, we got a comment showing some love here. Matthew Wagering, I hope I didn't murder your name, man. He said, I used to be a highlight producer for NBA TV. Kwame had big game. He had a real bag. The narrative hampered his career.
Well, the narrative is so crazy. I've been looking for my full games at the Peach Jam, the Round Ball Classic, some of the tournaments that we all have gone through throughout high school and things like that. I think Nike own all of these videos, and you can't find one video of me playing in any of these tournaments. If somebody can find a full game at a Peach Jam, a full game at a Round Ball Classic where I won MVP, because I would like for people to see the build up. How is it that I'm the only player that there's no build up to the NBA? It's just I don't even think I can find my full high school games. It's just I came out of nowhere, got to the #1 draft pick, and everything has been deleted.
Well, we got to
Yo,
see if
so-
we can find that somewhere. I mean, it's got to
You
be
ain't
out
gonna
there.
find- you ain't gonna find that shit nowhere.
In the age of the internet.
And we all stumped.
Yo, so
Go ahead,
what? So
Rick.
what was your game like in high school?
I get it off the rim and go. I played every position. I guarded every position. There's a game I'm playing point guard.
So what you're saying is you would have thrived in today's game. That's what you're saying.
I would have thrived in my game. It's just when you
He
have
thrived in that one.
yeah,
Well, I'm
it's
saying
just,
even more so. Like that. This game was made for you. Like I'm saying, it sounds like you was ahead of your time, even for real.
not even that. Like I knew how to adjust. I was a guy that knew how to adjust just to stay out on the court. I was not only I was a good offensive player, but I was a great defender. I was getting 12 and 13 blocks in one game.
Do you feel like guys that adjust to stay on the court now get penalized? The guys that could do it all, because it's a lot of specialists, right? The guys that adjust to stay on the court, do they get penalized now?
No, that you only get penalized if you're not labeled as a scorer. If you're labeled as a defender, as soon as you get beat off the dribble, there's oh shit, he ain't playing, he ain't worth it tonight. But if you're labeled as a scorer, you barely even got to play defense. All you got to do is jack up a bunch of shots. It's a numbers game. Any NBA player in the league that shoot 18 shots, if he's a big man, he's going to hit 50-something% of his shots. So you know what he's going to average. If he's a guard, most of them shoot 48 or 50%, depends on how they play. If they're shooting 20-something times a game, you know what they're going to average. So all these guys do is go out and just shoot the ball. They're not playing basketball no more. It's too much money involved. They're just hooping to get that money.
I noticed that even with and it's coming to Europe. That's the thing. It's coming all over the world with that. Like even the last time South Sudan played the U.S., Carlick Jones was the darling. He played a great game, but it was like he was 7 for 21. And he had 15, 11, and 11. It's like back, when we was coming up, it's like 7 for 21. You was
7 for 21.
Like,
somebody, one of your teammates. When I played, one of your teammates, you gonna be in a fight in the locker room. What the hell you doing shooting so much? You shot 21 times, only hit 7. But because they get numbers, that's all the media has been pushing upon everybody. Oh shit, he had 25 and 12, but he shot 9 for 28. Like who's not gonna? And then he shot all free throws after that. Like, come on now.
And the worst thing about that is having the conversation with the kid that didn't watch the game, and doesn't know what it feels like, and they look at the box score and they tell you, oh, he had 24 points. How are you going to tell me he didn't have a good game? Well, everybody who plays and knows what it feels like knows that you can steal 20. There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it.
Stay out there long enough, you can get 20. Easy.
Yeah, you can steal it. And we did. I did it at the end of my career. I can steal a double-double. I know what it's like. You got to figure out a way to do it. But it's the difference between a real 20 and a stolen 20.